I'm Mark at the Caravan place, and today I'm going to show you the Elddis Supreme 860. So the Elddis Supreme 860, it's a twin axle caravan. Maximum weight on this one is 1704 kilograms, and we've got an empty weight of 1545. So for a twin axle, it's not a bad weight at all, quite a lightweight for the size and everything that this has got in. Remember, this is 8 foot wide as well, so it is a wider caravan, so perfect for putting onto a site. Now on the near side, we've got a locker towards the rear which goes underneath of the bed. We've got external heating, so your blown air heating will come out of there and into the awning if you had an awning fitted on there. And then we've got under bed or under front seat storage, which is accessible from this outside locker. We've also got a gas barbecue point, so if you want barbecues etc, you can go straight onto this little attachment here, and that will come off the main gas bottles that are fitted into the front. Now you can fit 2 gas bottles into the front of here, we've got it just on one, and there is an automatic changeover system which is just here, which you'll see the little white bobble just on the side, that will change from left to right. Now we're set up on propane gas, so you just have to remember when this connection goes into your propane bottle, it's reverse thread. Once that's then connected in, it's just literally turn it on the actual gas bottle itself. And as I say, you can put 2 bottles in there, and you can just swap it round and swap it onto the other bottle. It's fitted with 13-pin electrics, and we've also got the Alco ATC, and we've got the Alco stabilised hitch head. Moving on to the offside, our water connections at the very front. So this is where you're going to put your water pump. Now the little grey cover just lifts up, and then you pop your water pump in, and that just locks the actual pump into position. We've then got our battery box, so our leisure battery can go onto the side there, and then our mains hookup just pushes straight into the side. And then towards the rear we've got our cassette toilet, and we've got our wastewater outlets. Now on our cassette toilet, you'll notice that we haven't got another little filler at the top, because this comes off the main water supply, so the flush water is straight off the mains water supply. The rest of the cassette is exactly the same as normal. We'll just lift up the orange handle there, and then this will pull out to empty. And again, when we put that back in, it's just making sure that the little catch there clips in. So just remember, you can't put pink chemical into the flush on this because it's coming off the mains water supply, but you can still put blue chemical straight into the actual cassette at the bottom there. Moving back, just behind where the battery box is, you'll notice that we've got 2 outlets here, which are both flue outlets. So again, don't need to do anything with either of those. They're just literally for when you're using the heating system etc. Just above the door we've got our awning light, and as we come inside you'll see that we've already put the panel on for our main electric 12-volt system. Now our far right hand little switch, that is what is going to put our awning light on and off. Our next one along is what puts our main lights on and off, and then our first one is what actually powers. Our first little switch there actually powers the panel itself. On the actual display then, so we display what our internal temperature is, the temperature of our water. So it's telling us what the temperature of our water is, our water pump, and then time, and then what we've basically got coming off of our leisure battery or off of the charger unit. And then if we're running items on the 230 volt, it will tell us just on the 0.0 amps. That will go up as we use our different equipment, and just tell us what ampage that we're actually using as we use our fridge, our heating, and other 230 volt items that we plug in. So we'll get the water through the system there. So we've already plugged our water pump in. Now before we put our water pump on, just underneath of our bottom drawer here, we just need to make sure that the little drain off valve that our little drain off valve is actually in the correct position now. The little yellow switch that we've got here is the drain off valve. Now if we was to turn it to the side, that is going to drain the water system down, and then to refill and use the system we need to make sure that this yellow tap is facing this little water pipe here. So just make sure that if you have drained the Caravan down previously, that you put this little yellow switch now back to the right hand side, 3 o'clock position we'll call that. And then if you are going to drain the Caravan down for the winter etc, you're going to want to then put our little switch in that position, leave it in that position, open all of your taps, so open your bathroom, your kitchen and the shower taps all up, and then that will drain the whole system down for you. So if we had done that previously, that's why we now need to just make sure that that is closed off. We can then go ahead and put our water pump into the on position. So again, if we now just press our screen, we'll press the bottom button, and then we can actually press our pump button. As we turn our taps on there, that will allow the water pump outside to come on, and we'll get the water coming through the system. Now if we had drained the Caravan down fully previously, we're going to get quite a lot of coughing and spluttering on the hot water taps, and it's going to take about 5 minutes just to get all of the water through the system and get that water system full of water and ready to use. Once we've got a nice steady flow of water like we have there, we'll then go on to the shower tap. We'd then go on to the bathroom tap and just get all the water through the system exactly the same. And then once we've got a nice steady flow, we know that water is completely full, and then we can move on to putting our water heating on and go from there. Next along, we'll get the gas through the system. So the easiest way to get our gas through the system is with our hob. So we'll light up our hob rings first and just get the gas coming through on the system. And you'll notice at the back there we have got an electric ring, so I'll double check that in a second. But getting the gas through on our 3 hob rings first, we can physically see that we've got the gas coming through, and it's just the easiest way to actually get the air out of the system and get the gas coming through. As I mentioned, we have also got the electric ring at the back, so our first dial, we'll put that one on. I'll just double check that that's all working, and again, don't normally put your hand on this. This does get very very hot, but for just checking purposes, I am just popping my hand on there now. So and again, what you just need to make sure is that these are all fully cooled down before we put that glass lid down, otherwise that is going to break if you put that down and the hob rings or the electric ring are still hot. And always just make sure that all of these are back in the off position. We'll do the same on our grill. So we'll light our grill up, and then we can go through and light the oven also. The oven shelves should always be fitted with the pips to the rear, so just always make sure that they are fitted with the straight bit at the front and the pips to the rear. And then we can go ahead, just light our oven up. And again, by this point now, we've pretty much got 99% of the gas through the system. So when we come then to light up our fridge, our heating, our hot water, and I'm going to use that on the gas, it's just all going to light up a little bit quicker and easier. So we'll move on to our hot water, because as I say, we've got the water through the system there. So to use our hot water, we literally put our tap symbol. We've then got an eco setting, so this is going to be a low power setting. we've got a 3.3 amps, so a higher setting. So normally if we're using our hot water on electric, we can just use that on the 3.3 setting, and that'll just warm the water up a little bit quicker for us. And then if it were through the winter and we just wanted a frost protection, we can press our little frost button on there, and that will literally just make sure that we don't get any frost in our hot water tank and cause any issues on that side. And then if we were wanting to turn the system off, it's just the off button. And then if we did want to use the gas for our hot water, we can literally then just put our gas on, or we can also run a higher electric setting. Now it is going to run this on more of a boost setting when we've got the electric plugged in, so this is just going to boost the hot water and get it hotter quicker for us. So if we just come in and we wanted the hot water heating up a little bit quicker, we have got the option to put it onto the boost. We have also got the option if we had a power failure and we'd got no 230 volt, or we went onto a site that hadn't got mains hookup, we can just run the fridge, the heating, then the hot water on that gas setting, and that will heat our hot water permanently on the gas side of things for us. Again, to turn that back off, it's just press our little button there, and that will turn that back into the off position. Back to the main screen, and literally just running the hot water for a minute or so there, you'll see that the temperature's already started to go up. We've then got the internal heating. So again, we've got a few different settings that we can run this on. So we've got the lower setting, which is 2.9 amps, a mid setting, which is 5.7, and then a higher setting of 11.3. Now what you can tend to do here is, if you've got a lot of other things on electric, you can run it for a while on the higher setting and then drop it back down once you've got up to temperature to the lower setting. Or you have got the option as well to actually run it on gas. So you can just run it just gas on its own, and then you can run it on a maximum setting where that's actually going to use gas and electric, so that will use both at the same time. So if it was winter and you wanted to warm the van up really quickly, you can run it on the gas and electric for a short time and then swap it back to whichever setting that you want it to. The right hand side there, then we can set the temperature to what we want the internal temperature to heat up to, and then we can just run a fan. So if it was the summer and we just wanted some cool air blowing around the caravan, we can just run just the fan on its own without any heating at all. And then again, we've got the same, we've got the frost setting there, so we can leave that frost setting then, and it'll just literally just keep the caravan a little bit warm over winter, just as a frost winter setting basically. But for normal usage, it's going to be either our electric or our gas, and then just setting what temperature that you want the insides to be. If I just run it on our higher setting, come back to our main screen, and then in a minute we'll come back and we'll just have a look how quickly that's heating back up. You'll notice now our heating has been on for a couple of minutes and we're starting to creep up on the internal temperature. So obviously the more that we run that, the more that is going to get up to temperature, and then once it gets up to the temperature, it will then automatically just cut out, and then as it gets lower than our required temperature on our setting, it will then put the heating back on and just put that heating back through the caravan for you. Just at the side of our bed, you'll notice that we've got our little Truma hot and cold setting. So if we're using the heating on the Truma, we can pop that into the upright position there for our heating, and then if it was summer and we're just using the fan, we can just pop that down to our cold setting. Again, our little ampage there on the right hand side, as I mentioned before, because we've put that onto 11.3 amps, that just then lets us know what power that we're using at the moment. Moving along then, we've got our fridge. So again, we can run this on 3 settings. If I turn the fridge on with the main on and off button, we get our illumination come up with the blue light. So it's automatically gone over to the gas, so I'll just let that run through and warm up on the gas, or cool down on the gas. We've then got our temperature setting, so we can set what temperature, how cold that we want the fridge to get, and then we can then toggle through. So if we wanted to use the fridge on electric, it's literally just press the electric. If we were towing and we wanted to keep the fridge cool on battery as we're towing, we could then select our battery setting there. Now it's gone into a fault mode because we've not got a car connected and we're not started the car. It's just saying that we've got nothing on there, so it's just giving us that warning just to let us know that we've got an issue. We can then just go back and then, as I say, select either our gas or electric, and then just our right one again. Either on electric, we can just set the temperature to where we want that to be. Just above then we've got the microwave, so we've got a couple of different settings that we can set. We've got a quick 30 seconds, we can adjust our time, weight, etc. on there, and then we've got our stop and clear button. And again, before we travel, we'll always just remove the microwave plate, so I'll do that now. Pop that underneath of the seat, and that will then be nice and safe for when we come to travel. We've then got our extractor fan over the kitchen area. Now to open our extractor, the roof part, we just wind that one up. We can then turn the main power on and off, and then we've either got extract out and we can swap the settings over, or we can also blow cool air in. So if during the summer it was really warm and we just wanted to blow cool air into the Caravan, we can then do so with the other direction. To turn that one back off, it's just literally press our button in and then drop the roof light back down again. We've then got our different lighting throughout the Caravan, so you'll notice that we've already got quite a few lights on. We've got a switch just above the panel there, and that is actually putting on our little light just outside on the A-frame to light up the locker box during the night. And again, then to turn that one off, we can just pop that into the up position. We've then got our little spotlights, which again have got our individual little light switches on them. We've got a couple of USB and a 230 volt socket just in the right hand corner there. We've got a little LED spotlight across the front, and then our other little LED lights as we go around. We've then got our kitchen lighting, which will come on with our little switch there, and then as we go to the rear, we've got our washroom lights, so we can put our shower light on and off with our right hand switch, and then our right hand or left hand switch, then we'll put the actual bathroom lights on, and then we've got our flush water for the toilet. As I say, we have to have the main water pump on for that flush water to work, and then as we press that in, we get our flush water coming through. To let everything through, we've got the little grey handle, and that will just open up the trapdoor then and let everything through into the actual cassette itself. Moving into the bedroom at the back, we've then got the little light switch that will put all of our lights on around the top area, and then we have also got our little spotlights again that we can just pop on. And again, just make sure that they're all working as they should. You've got a TV point and a TV bracket just in that corner there, so we've got a 230 volt, a 12 volt, and then our aerial points just there too. Hopefully that has give you a quick start guide and got you up to speed of how everything is working on the Elddis Supreme 860. If there is anything that you're not sure about, just let us know, but hopefully that's give you a quick demo of how everything works and how everything operates. Thanks, I'm Mark at the Caravan Place.